Reseller Clickbait Podcast, episode 24.
Back with another episode. We got Jimmy Old School Flips here, and as always, my co-host Ken SSKPromo. That's something I need to talk to you about, by the way. That your name of your channel. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let you drive the ship today because I got back from Vegas today from the BOSS Reseller REMIX.
Yes.
A little bit tired. Talking over music for the last couple days. My voice is shot. So yeah,
yes.
I'll talk with you, but I'm gonna let you drive.
I'm steering the ship, so we'll run aground here shortly, and just hope we're not in an oil tanker, where I spill millions of gallons into the sea.
Yeah,
but the BOSS Reseller REMIX, man, that looked like an absolute blast. You got to go. We covered that last week with my tree thudding to the ground, why I wasn't there, other expenses in life that come up. But oh man, it looked awesome. It looked like the event was very well ran, very well organized. And just, all the fun that I saw from, everybody's Instagram post and TikToks and videos. It was just awesome. So you're fresh back today from that. Give me what was the big takeaway?
The big takeaway. I don't have a big take. No, it was fun. It was a blast. I learned a lot about, but I don't want to I know how to resell, so I didn't learn a lot on that, but I learned a lot about social media. I learned a lot while I was networking. I got to talk to a lot of people that had a lot of knowledge, and I have they helped me with some ideas that I had, and I have some stuff that I'm going to be working on. It's going to be a little more work, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Was the best advice you got dump Ken and get rid of the Reseller Clickbait podcast by any chance?
Actually, it was, yeah. That was the best advice I got. So actually, the show's over. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, I'm steering the ship alone now.
I would have got up and walked out, but my ankle hurts. So I'm not.
Oh man, you did a lot of walking too. I saw that on the strip, and
we walked up and down Fremont Street also, and then we walked up and down the strip. I got to see Super Court and a rural Squirrel, Kristin.
Yeah.
They went down the zip line over there.
That was awesome. Yeah, watching Mikey Bags on his Friday night walk and it was kind of seeing them do the zip line.
We're waiting for them to go down the zip line, and then these ladies come walking up and they start pulling their shirts open and stuff. And Mikey's like, "I'm live on YouTube right now," and they're like twerking and stuff. He's like, "My wife is about to come down the zip line. I'm not trying to record you. I'm trying to record my wife that's coming down the zip line."
That was classic. I was watching. I was one of those that was just here at home watching and just having to live vicariously through others, through you and hey, can I throw some shout outs out right here at the begining?
Yeah.
Right definitely. Here.
People that were sharing stuff on Instagram and stuff, right?
Yeah, it was again there was tons of people there. It was a who's who event. For Ken, I sat home, just somewhat depressed that I wasn't there, but the DOG that suffers from delusions of grandeur was like, I felt bad for everybody at the event who kept looking around going, where's Ken? I thought for sure that Ken would be there, and they were probably all a little depressed too that I wasn't there. And so that's kind of mutual but what I want to do, I want to throw out some sincere thank yous to folks that I watched a lot on the Instagrams. And first off, Danica, Lady Luck Junk, just constantly had content out there, and her Zoltar there
Oh yeah, that
on.
was epic.
I was watching. I'd seen a few videos come up, of that, and I thought, oh man, that's really cool. I would like to see that on Fremont Street one time. And then it finally got around to, wait a minute, that's Danica in there doing that. Well,
Yep.
the first video I heard was someone there with a small child, and she's like, make a wish, and I could hear Jimmy in the background going, just don't wish to be big or something along that.
That's right. Yeah, don't make the wish to be a grown up.
Whatever you do, don't wish to be big. I think that's what it was. But
yep.
And of course, Sonny LasVegas.
Yep.
Out there putting out a lot of content. Mikey Bags of Money, not only the first time not the first time, but when it hit me that I want to say a little bit of depression about not being there is when Mikey Bags went out at lunchtime and went live and kind of up and down all the food trucks that were there and just showing everybody and saying hi and eating food off of people's plates. Yep. And it was just, it's like, man, it's just like, what did I miss here? Yep, and we're going to talk about that, how I am no longer missing anything. But Mikey Bags, thank you for that. Cary, American Arbitrage, and Dawn, Lady Arbitrage.
Yep.
Just constant content on there that was fun. And I mean, they were doing stuff where like they would go to the event when it's lunchtime, they'd take a break, they'd go do their thrifting, make a thrifting video, then come back to the event and, follow up with more stuff. You talk about some people that are putting in the work and doing it is the Arbitrage family, Cary and Dawn.
And that's why I said, like, networking with them, I got to talk to them a lot and they are awesome and I learned so much. And like you said, like to see that drive, like, they're having fun, they're having a blast. We'll be right back. We're gonna go record a video at the thrift and we'll be back. That was something that I need to learn from. I need to learn from that.
And which is great to get to go to an event like that, to be able to talk to somebody. Sure, a lot of us resellers have contact, through messages and things like that. You might be able to hit somebody up with a quick question, but to be able to actually go and stand beside them and talk face to face and ask questions and just get knowledge just from watching what they're doing is invaluable. And that's what these types of meetup events are really cool for. I'd also throw out Kristin, a Rule Squirrel.
Yep.
Who I saw was, one of her first videos was she was super excited. She was on the same flight.
It was funny. I was sitting there and she messages me. She's like, hey, are you still going to the Remix? And I was like, yeah, I'm sitting at the airport right now. And I look up, she's over there messaging me in the same terminal, at the same terminal as me. Yeah. Getting ready to get on the same flight as me. Yeah, it was crazy.
That's just crazy. But her content is always fun, and just she acts up and is crazy and is just in a picture. Every picture I saw from whomever, Kristin was in there just with that big infectious smile that she has. Crystal, Rosie's Closet was another one that was great content. Now, I found some of these people because I was following all of the Reseller Remix content.
Yeah.
And so, I wasn't really following Rosie before or Crystal at Rosie's Closet.
I just want to say, like, I've actually been following her forever. Like, we've known each other forever. All through the community. Like, we've been talking and known each other forever. We just never had the opportunity to meet. And she is so awesome. I'll tell you what, she has the coolest style ever. Like, she has almost like I don't even know what to call it. She does her hair up and she almost like the 50s style.
Okay.
Like, it's just awesome. Everywhere she goes, she's on point. That's the best way to say it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And someday I'll meet Crystal as well. Joe, I'd flip that.
Yeah.
I'd flip that. And
I got to talk to them and met them. Yeah.
Out
of Minnesota.
Oh, okay. So because I think I'd flip that MN. So that's what the MN.
I believe it's Nicole. I'm probably gonna get in trouble if I'm wrong, but I think it's Joe and Nicole.
Okay.
If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't even have said that because if I'm wrong, that's terrible.
Yeah, maybe his actual wife's name is like Amanda or something, and he just showed up there with Nicole. No, wait, I shouldn't spread rumors.
Yeah. What are you doing?
That was fun.
You're trying to be nice.
But I'd flip that. Thank you for all that content you put out. Angel, the low life LV.
Yeah.
Again, great content, lots of photos, lots of video stuff. Just and again, those are I'd flip, Joe, I'd flip that, and Angel Low Life LV, people that I weren't following before, and or may have been friends with or subscribed to, but hadn't seen a lot of their content, and just really enjoyed everything. And then last that was on my list was Liz at Colorado Reworn. Was another one. Lots of cool content and just so I want to say thank you to all of those folks and everybody else who I might have went by and saw one of their videos that kind of made.
Ken didn't buy a ticket and he didn't come out there, but he still got to see what we were doing.
Yeah,
I got to get him out here, folks. Stop sharing that stuff. Oh, dang.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're just as excited to meet me as I am to meet them. So
for sure. Just like Rally Roots was super excited to meet me.
I heard that.
Ryan
I saw
Rally, they were like, first of all, I had a swarm coming at me all the time because everybody wanted to talk to
mostly ladies, probably mostly the ladies. I would think.
No, it was actually the bigger channels like Harry Tornado. There was actually at one point there was a line, Side Hustle Network,
Rake and Profit. They were
all lined up just to talk to me. It was a little bit humbling.
You weren't standing by the men's room by any chance, were you?
You know what? Maybe I was standing in front of the coffee machine is what it was in the morning. That might be what it was.
I mean, because, you're a good looking guy, Jimmy. And I can see why they would be.
I'm actually a great dancer, and I've been known to sing every once in a while.
I saw that, yeah, and singing some Sweet Caroline, yeah, and Jimmy, I would thank you too, because just inside, not only did you include me in some of your posts, which were most of the time just a private joke between like you and Jill and I, and how I don't like the sing along songs, and Jill hates Neil Diamond, and but just it always is cool when somebody is at something like that, and they think about you when they're gone and doing something. So I appreciated those extra little, even though you were digging on me in every one of them. It was still much appreciated to be, which again, my delusions of grandeur, everybody there was thinking of me the whole time anyway. So I'm surprised I didn't get a whole lot more content. But all of those folks that I just mentioned anyway are going to be linked in the comments down below. Their Instagram pages anyway, because that's where I saw them. Most all of them have YouTube pages and probably some TikToks, and they're everywhere. And so make sure, I would appreciate it to go down and click on these folks and follow them and see their content. And if you missed any of it from the Boss Reseller Remix, make sure to go back in some of their posts and like and comment, and you can skip all of Jimmy's though. That would be okay. We're not gonna link any of his stuff down there. But so kind of run us through what else went on. I know there were some big parties. There were some private parties. There were some.
I had fun with you. Have you heard of Rankin Prophet, Steve Rankin?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he was down there at Fremont Street.
Okay.
He wasn't attending the event, but he showed up when we all walked Fremont Street. He was down there. Well, he had been on Trash to Cash podcast, and they kind of, of course, if you watch Trash to Cash, those guys are joking around, giving each other a hard time. Well, they brought him on there, and they were all kind of giving him a hard time. And I'm standing there talking to Cary, American Arbitrage, who does the Trash Cast podcast, and he looks up and he's like, "Dude, Raking Profits here." And I look up and then sure enough, there he's like, I didn't know he was gonna be here, and he's like, "Oh no, we kind of gave him a hard time on the podcast." And I was like, "So I've never met Raking Profit. I've watched him, but I don't."
Yeah.
Here I'm down. I'm like, you know what? What the heck? I walk over to Raking Profit. I'm like, "Hey, Steve, buddy, how's it going?" You know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
shook his hand. I was like, "Have you met Cary?" So I walked him over to. He's like, "Yeah, I was on." I'm like, "I know, just go along with it." So, but Steve was really cool, so I brought him over.
That's
Steve,
great.
this is Cary. Have you met? So then they talked, and it was just kind of a funny little joke. And then I ended up having fun with it, and Steve was really cool. And I like introduced him to a couple other people the same way, like me and Steve were buddies that went way back.
Yeah.
And he was really cool because he was like, I was like, "I appreciate you going along. I was just having a little fun." He's like, "No, actually, I appreciate you introduced me to some people. I got to talk to them." He's like, "Thank you." And I was like, so that was pretty fun. I had a lot of fun with that.
That's cool. Yeah, Steve was when I first started to resell, and he has such a big channel and so much content. He was one of the first guys that I started to watch back in the day.
He got me to try selling books. I didn't work out, but I tried it.
You tried it, and
because he does a lot of the Amazon books.
You don't have to read them all first.
Oh, that's the problem. Oh, I can't read, so that was
you can't. The turnover's not as quick when you try to read them all.
Reading the picture books. So. That was cool. That's when Danica dressed up as Zoltar.
Yes.
So Fremont Street was really fun. We ended up, so we walked down it, and then everybody just stopped at a stage where they were playing music, and we kind of just hung out there for a couple hours, and then everybody slowly dispersed from there. There was no walking back down.
Yeah.
That was everything was cool, but that was a cool night. Then I got to go to the niche ladies party that she had at her house, and I sang some karaoke, and that was shared out there for the world to see.
Here earlier in a couple other episodes back, you were like, "I don't do karaoke.
I don't."
And so, what was it that got you to sing?
It was
little drinky, Jimmy.
I didn't get drunk the whole time I was there. I didn't drink a lot at all. I might have had 1 or 2 drinks just to sip on, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get a buzz or anything. Cary and Mikey Bags.
Yes.
Mikey being brave enough to get up there when his rapping skills are about as good as mine. So him being brave enough to get up there and do that. And then Cary basically singing like an angel. I shouldn't have been motivated by that because that dude has like the voice of a angel. He was like,
it's like a cross between Jesus and Fergie.
Yeah, I couldn't even look at him. I was like,
he's been known as the songbird of his generation.
Exactly. So Cary gets up there and just totally nails these 3 songs perfectly. And I was like, all right. Mama said knock you out.
And you went for it.
I went up there and I rapped LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out, and it was awful. The worst thing anybody had ever heard.
I can only imagine. Actually,
I got through the song. Now, there's not a lot of moments in that song to take a breath. So that was the hard part for me. It's like, when am I going to take a breath here?
And you chose that song and not nobody did the kamikaze karaoke on you, right? Chose it for you?
No, I chose that song because I know the words.
Okay.
Like, I do know enough about karaoke. The biggest mistake people make is they pick a song that they don't know the words. Oh, well, it's going to be on the screen. It doesn't matter. Like, you need to know the words. If you want to do good at karaoke, you need to know the words. And then I came up with the great idea.
Okay.
To get me and Cary and Mikey Bags and Sonny LasVegas.
Okay.
And we formed the Backstreet Boys. And we sang We danced and sang to a Backstreet Boys song. We were the talk of the show. And when I say the talk, everybody's like, please turn down the volume a little bit. Is there anybody that can get these guys off the stage?
And the authorities showed up.
It was great though, because I didn't have to ask them. I only asked them once, and they're like, "Let's do it, let's do it." And then we even choreographed it, like for 3 seconds. The beginning was choreographed. We practiced that and everything.
That stuff doesn't happen if you're not going to these types of events. You know, not only is it the networking and the knowledge and all of that stuff, but man, just the memories and the fun. Just I'm gonna.
You know what? There's 5 people in Backstreet Boys, and we only had 4. Guess what you would have been? You would have been on Lance Bass.
I'd have carried the. Been going on tour next year.
Boys, but that's the name I thought of. You're our Joey Fatone. That's me. I'm the fat one. So
Joey Fat One.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Fun.
But I'm gonna start. I'm gonna throw out today's sponsor, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, tell us about our sponsor, me.
Today's sponsor. This is not like a commercial for what's Talladega Nights, where Bobby
Ricky Bobby
Ricky Bobby was but my sponsor. This is me. From now, I'm reinvesting in myself is what's going to happen, because I'm not going to miss I didn't get to go to the Boss Reseller Mix, and some of it was, money related and partially is getting over myself and the fact that I don't like to travel, but I'm getting over that too. I didn't get to go to Dante Prison for Profit's second meetup. I didn't get to go to Uncle Mark's garage sale.
FlipCon.
I'm
going to FlipCon next year.
The FlipCon was so close to the 127, and then right after that, the next weekend, you were here for the Route 30 sales, and I think the following week was
2 weeks
FlipCon.
out. 2 weeks later.
It was 2 weeks after that.
Yep.
So yeah, all of these events I want to get to next year. I am going to double down, because what I kind of called it earlier was depressive motivation. I'm not going to sit home with this FOMO and fear of missing out and missing these events and having to live through everybody else's Instagram posts.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start because I do reselling. You and I both do reselling to make a living, and the money that I make reselling is it sustains me. I pay my bills, and I'm not. But there's not a lot left over for these types of events. And so I am going to, my 2023 goal is to not miss these events. And so starting now, what time is it? It's I don't know, 11:24
p.m. Wow, it's late.
Sunday evening, the night before this comes out. This will be out tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Monday, the 17th, October the 17th. This one will be out. And so, but I joke a lot about not making videos, check out my channel. And I've got 2 TikToks and I've got all of that and not much content for a long time, but I was also a little bit inspired by a video that I saw from Ray, Nashville Flippers, about how he got the new GoPro 11 and was able to purchase that with some money that they had made from making reels, the Instagram reels and stuff. And I've got a lot of work to put in. The first goal in 2023 is to get monetized and, on YouTube. And I mean, I'm super close. I'm probably only about 900 subscribers away from the 1,000 that you need, and probably what do you need, 4,000 watch hours? So I'm probably about
4,000 watch hours
3,998 watch hours away. But it is a goal. I want to get out there.
2 hours of views in the last year, huh?
Well, maybe not. I might be close. Actually, I might be negative
Yeah, you might be
hours
starting
in view.
from.
But I am going to I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna put in the work. Like I see Ray, like I see Cary and Dawn doing, like you're doing now on your channel with all of the, you know, the video content that you put out and you know,
Well, I'm gonna
plans
tell you
that you have
something.
coming up. Yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. You
Okay.
got to put out the content, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
What I had a great time. Like,
Yes.
it was amazing. I told Sonny it couldn't have gone any better. Like, I got to do everything I could imagine doing. I got to hang out with everybody I could imagine hanging out with.
Yeah.
And I got to have as much fun as I could imagine. Now, a lot of that is because I put out content, because I'm not even trying to, I don't even like talking about this, but like I'm somewhat known in the community. I know
Yeah.
if you don't do that, you're gonna miss out on some of the stuff that I was able to do because I put out content and because I've gotten to be known a little bit.
Yes.
It made it to where I have contacts out there, people that I knew out there that were like, hey, let's go hang out, let's go do this, let's go to the niche lace party. Not every, it's hard because not everybody was invited to that party. Only people that that she knows and that are content creators. And so, if you don't start doing that, those opportunities, when you do decide to go, I mean, this is a hard topic because but it is how it is. Like, not everybody's going to be invited to everything. It's impossible to invite everybody to everything. Your chances are better to be invited to everything if people know you.
Yeah. But everybody knows Ken, right? No?
It's funny that you say that because I got to the Reseller Remix.
Yes.
And there were moments where I was like, man, look at Sonny over there. He's got a swarm of people talking, and Cary's got a swarm of people, and Kristin, rural school.
Yeah.
And I was kind of sitting over there like, not that many people know who I am. And so I'm motivated for more. I'm going to put in way more work because of that.
Have you considered that bathing habits could have played into that? Could you have considered like the bathing habits might have played into that at all?
Very possible. That is very possible. I didn't. Yeah.
Go ahead.
3 days in a row of the same clothes and no deodorant. Yeah, that could be it.
Forgot his carry-on bag.
It's just one of those topics that's hard to talk about because it's not like, am I trying to feed my ego and I want everybody to know me? No, but I want to have a good time. I want to talk to people. And so I did go out there and meet people, and I was the one going up and meeting people and talking to people, where I witnessed firsthand what people were lined up to talk to other people that were creating content, and they always had somebody that wanted to talk to them,
Yeah.
And I didn't experience that. It was me having to go out and network and meet people and talk to them. I was having to go find people to talk to. So it all depends on what you want out of it. But
I want I want that recognition so that it does make, networking easier. I want people to be, from the, say, the ego standpoint, I want people to be excited when they see me, when you show up someplace, or just that recognition of, hey, I remember, not resting on laurels or whatever, but I remember going to the reseller rally, and, although that's now a year and a half or whatever ago, and having somebody recognize me, hey, I know this guy. And it's just like it's a good feeling. And it's putting in the work, it's putting in the effort. It's, and that's a good lesson for anything, whether it's the YouTube video content, whether it's the reselling. You're going to get out of it as much as you put into it. And quite frankly, I don't put, hardly, the content that I put out is this show once a week, every week. And we've already got one hater that we discussed
way more haters. You need way
last
more
week.
haters.
And, and I'm beginning, I always thought it was you. I sincerely thought that it was you. And, hey, maybe it's me. And, actually comment of the week was, Kacherka25. That's actually my girlfriend Jill said we should change this to the Reseller Click Hate podcast rather than a clickbait podcast for all those out there with the thumbs down, which I did find out later in the comments. Was
doing that.
Dave NC Picker, who says, in regards to how much time I'm watching before the thumbs down, it's about 9 minutes. So
now I did find out that that's because he can't reach the thumbs up. He can only reach the thumbs down button. So he's only able to click the thumbs down, because if you look, the thumb on the thumbs down is a little bit lower than the thumbs up. So he can reach just the edge of the tip of that thumbs down. And so that's why he clicks the thumbs down every week. It's not because he dislikes our content. It's because that's all he can reach.
Well, see, now, sometimes you just have to talk it out and find out. But that was just a couple comments there, the Reseller Click Hate podcast. Oh, and I just want to address one more to Dan the Answer Man. Team Android equals instance unsubscribe. Deuces. See ya.
Don't say that. Dan will leave. Don't leave, Dan. I didn't mean it. You can have an Apple product all you want, buddy.
You can definitely, and you can dip it in caramel and I've got nothing else. But hey, don't just invest in me. If you want to invest in me, that's great. Maybe I should start a GoFundMe page just to raise money for me to travel places. Or buy me a coffee.
Good luck with that.
I'm gonna take the easy route.
We're talking right now.
Taking the easy route to buy me a trip someplace. No, but invest in yourself, folks. Do the work, put in the time, put in the effort. Go to these events, network with people, have fun. Just I can't tell you how like I said, that I called it depressive motivation. I was depressed because I couldn't go, and that has motivated me to put in the work, to make some content. I need to get somebody to hold me accountable to that. Maybe
all right, man.
Everybody here in the chat, if you hold me accountable.
Hold on, everybody. So give me a second.
Yes. Here. Okay.
Everybody, help me out here, because behind the scenes,
yes,
I've been asking this guy to create content for a while. I'm not going to get mad at him if he doesn't. I'm not going to stop the podcast if he doesn't.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. But I want this guy to create content, and he's got to do it. So I want you guys in the comments to help me motivate Ken into creating more content. Yes. Look at the discomfort in his face right now about this topic. He is not happy that we're talking about this. He wants to leave and walk out right now. But we got to tell him, do it. Come on, man. Create some content.
I know every week in the show, I should do a video about this. I should do a video. And there's the people that say, oh, you know what I was going to do. And the people that do that. And I am normally one of those people that do stuff. I'm a doer. And from now on, again, I'm investing in me as the sponsor of the show this week, which will probably gain just about as much money as we have from, the Kraft Corporation or
right
the Samsung Galaxy Note 20.
I heard
I don't even know what phone I have.
They're actually a pretty stubborn sponsor. They
hey, speaking of making money,
speaking of fantasy football.
Oh yeah,
that was actually a good segue again. I did it 2 weeks in a row now.
That was a good segue. I do have a couple more topics, Jimmy. So let's run that fantasy football trailer right there, and we'll just do this real quick.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do like the
super short.
The super short version.
This is like overtime when one team wins the flip and scores a touchdown. Game's over.
Fourth down.
Okay, lots of wins and losses this week. We're not going to cover all of that. We're just going to go through the standings as they stand right now. Of course, this will come out tomorrow on Monday, and there'll be some new standings. But over in the Eastern League, we've got Cincinnati Trash Pandas and Old School Flips at 4-1. We got Las Vegas Plus Shipping, Nashville INAD at 3-2. Or no. Las Vegas Plus Shipping is 3-2. We got Nashville INAD and OBX Tecmo Masters at 2-3, and Cernox Connection was still in the basement
by a break
at 0-5. Hopefully, he will pull out of the basement this weekend. And over on the western side, we've got yours truly, SSKPromo, leading that division at 4-1. You got Death Pile Injury Report and the Young and the Sweatless at 3-2. Chris Cajun Reseller at 2-3. Joe Deals at 2-3. And I need a QB. I think that's Dustin changed his name. He's down at 1-4, just one above Cernox Connection. So for those of you that follow all of these other resellers, I didn't give a lot of their names, but I think we got some shakeups in the league this week. So we'll see those standings when they come out next week.
As we're talking right now, the games are over for Sunday, and it's looking like there's going to be some people moving up and down the rankings for sure this week. There was a topic I wanted to talk about, and I forgot. Dang it! What's your next topic?
What's my next topic? That's a good way to segue too. Is just forget about what we're talking about and just move right in. Well, here's what I want to talk about. I'm confused.
Is that?
And I'm dumbfounded, I think, as to how I hear this buzz out there on the internets, and it's just going around about the studs of the reselling community calendar, a 2023 calendar.
Yeah.
Now, unless you're holding out on me,
the other day, you didn't get a call.
I was wondering. I was thinking, I didn't know that you got a call.
Yeah.
I didn't get a call. I mean,
you didn't?
I always thought I was the eye candy of the show, but
son of a... I'm trying.
Jimmy's having a coughing fit back there.
I'm too slow to hit the mute button. I apologize, folks.
No, but the studs of reselling calendar that's coming out, I don't think either of us were asked, right?
They actually gave me the first 6 months because
you're January through what, June through July?
Different poses for each month. Yep. Just wait till you see it.
You have six different poses.
I'll just say one of them. I'm looking back like this. That's the best one.
That's it, right?
Yeah. And it's no. So do we know who the studs are?
What? No, we don't. That's why I was
just Adam probably just took a bunch of pictures of himself, slapped them on the calendar. The self-proclaimed stud of.
So as Jimmy just said, this is a project being put out by Adam BaldyPal Picking.
Yeah.
If you don't follow Adam, he's a good friend of the show and always commenting. And but they're doing this calendar 2023 studs of the reselling community. Mm-hmm. We don't know who's in it. Obviously, Jimmy and I are not in it because I'm pretty sure he's just goofing. We're the two best looking guys in the podcast. Just think Trash Cash, none of those guys, right? They're not pretty boys. Ray and Dustin, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Ray and Dustin, we're supposed to be on their show again tonight, Nashville Flippers channel, on the Monday Night Draft, but we'll have to see how that goes doing scariest movies. I haven't heard any updates, so we'll see if we're actually on there. Check in the show tonight, Nashville Flippers channel, see if we're on the draft. And I won that candy draft, even though the votes don't say that I did.
How's that possible?
That
Swedish fish.
I know. I had classic trick or treat candy on there. and they're telling me I lost it on Milk Duds, but
yeah, nobody likes Milk Duds, man.
anyway, Studs of Reselling community calendar. Go check out Adam BaldyPal's page. We'll link that down there. All the proceeds to this are going to the Gary Sinise Foundation,
Yeah.
which is a great cause and a great foundation. And it sounds like a really fun project. I'll be interested to see who made the cut. I mean, obviously, it's have to be some really beautiful people if they're beating out Jimmy and I.
I want to know who beat us out.
But I did, was checking out the page and you go over there and help out. You can sponsor the calendar. There's like a gold, silver, bronze support level that you can get recognition.
Order a calendar?
Well, I have to go see about it. I know they come out by December, by Christmas
I would hope
of
they
this
come
year.
out before the beginning of the year, since it's a calendar.
That's helpful.
I know what Jill's getting for Christmas now.
Shh.
No, don't listen to this part.
But I know you can also sponsor for like $5 or whatever. You can sponsor a day in the calendar. So, maybe your birthday, maybe the day you began reselling, or maybe the day that you decided to sponsor yourself and believe in yourself and make those videos. And
we should make a calendar too.
We should.
The not so studs.
The duds of reselling. The duds of the reselling community.
I got some people in mind already. I'm not saying either.
Oh, do tell. Oh, he's looking. He's looking my way.
I was looking at the mirror over here.
Oh. So check that out. Helping the Gary Sinise Foundation, and that's a good cause. And I want to throw out something else too from another friend of the show and a good friend of ours. Just this is the public service announcement part of the. I was looking at Kayla, the homeschooling picture. Everybody knows Kayla. I'd seen an IG post of hers today that she's kind of getting scammed. Somebody has made a Facebook account with her name and putting her content on there, and they are doing giveaways, but then they're charging people for the shipping of the giveaway, and they're trying to make money off her name. This fake page has like 30,000 subscribers already because they think that it's Kayla. And so we will link down below Kayla's at least her Instagram page, where you can go see this story or this post that she put up. And she's asking folks to go to Facebook if you do have a Facebook account and report this page. Go to the page and report it that it is a fake account so that it can get taken down. She's working on her end to get it taken down as well. But Kayla is a good friend, a great reseller, and puts out a lot of great informative content, and she's fun, and so go help her out. Go over to Facebook, find this page, and because any of us that were, I'm pretty sure as soon as I start putting out content, there'll be fakes. Like crazy. There'll be tons of pages that people that they want to be the SSKPromo. They want to be the dog, and I don't know, Mr. Bill.
They could easily just add an S or take away an S.
It could SSKPromo.
SSKPromo, and then
that'd be R Heart with no periods.
Yeah,
it's just craziness. But go help. Kayla out with that, and we'll put that link down below to her Instagram where she had that post.
Yeah, that's not good. I wonder. Yeah, I don't even want to speculate. Yeah, go make sure if you see that. Obviously, if they say you won something, it's not real.
Yes, exactly. So don't fall for that. Did you think of your topic yet, Jimmy?
I didn't. But look. I have these pictures of Furbies in here from when I recorded the Reseller Information Network. I have these preloaded Furbies on here from when I was talking about Furbies. So that's not weird.
What the
For those of you
For
listening, I just put pictures of Furbies up
pictures
on
of
the screen.
Furbies up there for no reason.
I kind of broke down Furbies on the Reseller Information Network. I went a little deep dive in, excuse me, little deep dive into Furbies.
Is that the one that's coming up
and fun
this Tuesday? This coming
Yeah,
Tuesday?
it's coming up soon. So
Okay, because I watched the last one. That's good. OBX Flips, OBX Picker, his channel.
it's now called the
is,
Reseller Information Network.
Yeah.
Right?
So check that out. Man, we're just covering everybody. We've got so many, you got so many links to put down in the
Man, I
in
got
the thing
so
today.
much going on, and you're
I
gonna
know
see
how
more
much you
content coming from me, guys. I'm gonna start putting out more
Yes.
content. I'm going all in, as they would say. I
Jimmy
just got
learned
back from
from
Vegas. I put all my money on one color. I lost it all, so now I have to go all in on YouTube because I lost all my money.
Hey, so gambling debts is what's motivating you.
Exactly. Yes, gambling debts.
Hey,
the mafia is after me. They started to drive me out to the desert where they buried Joe Pesci, and I had to stop them. I've seen Casino one too many times, apparently.
And we've just now steered the ship right into the rocky shore. Nobody saw the lighthouse over there that was pointing out. Let me see what else is fun that we have to talk about. Anything at all?
Me coughing again.
Jimmy's coughing again. Hey, I did something fun though. While I wasn't depressed the whole time during the Boss Reseller Mix. I did to get out of my depression. I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
What?
Up in Cleveland, Ohio, or near Cleveland.
Was that one of the Facebook things you shared that I didn't look at yet because I haven't had a chance to?
Yeah, you didn't even pay attention to that.
I haven't even.
So,
I gotta go back and look at all that stuff.
That was cool to see all of that. I've not been there. It's only like an hour and a half away from my house or so, and I've never been there. But I did. Get to play drums. They have this one level that's called the third floor is called the garage, and it's just guitars and basses and keyboards and a couple of like drum rooms, and you can just pick up and start playing. And there's like instructional videos and stuff. So I haven't beat the Skins for quite a while.
All right, look at the time. It's almost midnight where he's.
I haven't played the drums for quite a few years, and so I sat down at the kit there and just knocked out a basic beat there, and it was cool. I should get back into that, for not having the kit set up, how I would have mine.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool, but really, really cool time to go. And then we went and ate seafood.
I don't like seafood, so good for you.
Oh man. Give me more and more. I wonder why we're friends.
Me too.
Thanks for joining the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.
Next episode, Reseller Deathmatch.
Jimmy Old School Flips versus Lance Bass. So, Jimmy, it's good to have you back.
All right.
I'm glad you had a good time at the Boss Reseller Mix. I'm looking forward to hitting that next year and a lot of other things. Again, chat we're not really chatting. Oh, speaking of chats, though, we are going to have some chats. If you're hanging around this long in this show, we appreciate it. Jimmy and I had talked. We've been saying about how we want to, kind of progress a little bit in this show and do some different things. We're all going to have some.
You thought of my topic for me. Thank you. Keep going.
All right, we're going to do.
I think of my topic. This is it.
Some live shows. We're gonna get some guests on, but we decided we're gonna do what we're calling like the holiday live tour.
Holiday live tour, folks.
We are going to do some holiday theme shows centered around Halloween that's coming up, and then a Thanksgiving special and a Christmas sort of special, which by the time that comes around, I'm pretty sure that Santa will be in full force.
But so look for that coming up here towards the end of the month in a couple weeks.
We'll do a New Year's one too.
Yes.
We'll finish it off with a New Year's one, and then we'll decide if we're
in
going
the
to do
first
more
of the
after
year,
that, right?
If anybody shows up at the other ones, we'll try to make it, on a convenient night, and we'll definitely put out some information beforehand so you know when to tune in. But looking forward to doing some lives again, maybe having some special guests each time, just talking about holiday sort of topics, maybe traditions,
around the holiday. Obviously, we don't have that much delusions of grandeur that we would actually put it on the holiday. Like, you're not going to be sitting there on Thanksgiving Day on a live with us. It'll be around the holiday.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that might be it. They could have Thanksgiving dinner at my house live. Man, maybe that's what I'll do. We'll have a contest on the live, like around Halloween, and the winner will get to come to my house and eat Thanksgiving dinner with me.
Well, then I want to be the winner. See what I did there? That was so cute what I did right there.
I think again, we dashed upon the rocks and the ship is singing, get in the boat, Rose. We're now floating on just on a wooden plank. Jimmy's hanging off the side. Teeth are chattering.
Yeah.
And so check us out tonight on the Nashville Flippers channel. If we're there, we're not sure what's going on with that. If we're not there, check out that show anyway. It's always fun with Paul Philly Flipper and Ray Nashville Flippers doing a Monday night draft. Check out that show, and we'll catch you next week on the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.